was heading for the shops this morning, and this beauty caught my eye. It was heading for the landfill. My neighbor probably didn't understand cast iron. It's been left in the weather for a long time, probably under the rain, who knows? It's in really bad shape. But cast iron never dies, so we will revive it. Hi, I'm Papa Mao. I'm here to inspire people to use healthier and long-lasting cookware as a way to care for their loved ones and for the environment. In my channel, I show how easy it is to cook with carbon steel, cast iron and stainless steel cookware. I share my own experience as an everyday dad cook and as an outdoor weekend warrior. Welcome. It seems that the main issue here is rust. If that's the case, it's all good news. We can get it back to new. It doesn't have any strong smell, and it probably means that it's been sitting outside or even in a garage for a long time. My only concern is that some people use cast iron to melt lead and make fishing weights or even bullets. Lead is very toxic, and if that's the case, unfortunately, that's bad news for this baby. Thankfully, I found some lead tests that we will be using to make sure this is safe for cooking. Fingers crossed. The test is fairly simple. These swabs contain a reactive chemical that needs to be activated with vinegar. Then you swab the surface of the element you want to test, and if it turns purple, that means that there is presence of lead. All right, here we go. A little bit of vinegar to activate it. And then we'll swipe well here. The rust and the dirt in this Dutch oven is messing up the color of the swab. It's really it's getting dark, really dark. So I don't know if it gets dark because of the lead or because it's dirty. So I'm gonna put some vinegar on the bottom, scrub well. I'm gonna really clean that bottom, and then I'm gonna test again to see what happens. I wanna be sure, otherwise it will have to continue its journey to the landfill, unfortunately. That's the difference between the one who touched lead and the other one. This one is purple and the other one is a little bit gray. So yeah, I don't see any purple in this one. So it should be fine. All right, I'm happy with the results. It seems that's good news. I didn't pick any purple in the swabs, which means that this pot has not been in contact with lead before. Let's keep going. This part of the process is a little bit unconventional. Coke has a pH of about 2.5, which is very similar to lemon juice, which is 2, very acidic. And it has phosphoric acid that will help us break down that first layer of rust. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. We will let it do its magic for an hour. I think Coca-Cola worked quite well, actually. So this is after only 1 hour. And now we're ready to go for the vinegar bath. So I'm gonna mix vinegar with water on a 1:1 proportions. And I'm going to let it sit there for about 5 to 6 hours and see how it goes. I'm gonna be using this bucket because it's gonna be a lot more efficient to put the Dutch oven here and fill it with the vinegar solution.
Six hours later.
All right, let's have a look to the color of that water. That's crazy. All right, that vinegar bath worked wonders. After 6 hours, the rust is practically melting off. Now, just a word of caution. The common advice is not to leave cast iron in an acid bath for more than 30 minutes, since the acid can start chewing into the metal itself. In this case, the pot was so badly rusted that the extended soak was worth it. And here's the result. Pretty amazing, right? These cast iron pots are truly indestructible and absolutely stunning in their raw and restored form. I'm really happy, very excited how it turned out. So next step is seasoning. And for the seasoning, we'll be using my beloved Kamado Joe, a seasoning factory. Now it's time to light the fire. Always a happy moment for me. I'm adding some ceramic plates and a grill on top to keep the pot from sitting directly over the flames. We don't want the oil to burn. We want it to slowly polymerize. For the seasoning, I will be using my own seasoning paste. This is the best. We will need 2 racks. One to coat well our Dutch oven with seasoning paste, and the other one to remove all the excess oil. We want it to feel dry to touch. We only need a very, very thin layer of coating to form the base layer of seasoning. This is looking great. We're ready. We'll let that cast iron Dutch oven cook for about an hour at between 250 and 300 degrees Celsius. Our Dutch oven should be ready. We'll see what we find. Oh my God! This is amazing. I turned the barbecue off last night and left it overnight, just cooling down very slowly. I find that the seasoning I get in the Kamado, it's a lot darker than the one I get in the oven or in the stove. If you want to see the seasoning process that I follow, I'll leave you a video with all the details here. All right, our Dutch oven is restored and seasoned, but we are not done yet. We need to give it a proper test. I started baking bread not long ago, but after adapting a few recipes, I'm started to get very good results. But I never tried baking sourdough in a Dutch oven on a Kamado grill. That's next level challenge. This will be the perfect experiment to put that seasoning to a proper test. Bread can be very sticky. Let's see what happens. Let's talk sourdough. I only started making bread recently, but it's so addictive. There's something special about turning just flour, water, and salt into a living, breathing loaf. Sourdough isn't a lot of work, it's just a game of patience. Respect the timing, follow simple process, and it rewards you every time. And that's it. If you'd like me to make a full video showing my method step by step, let me know in the comments. Cooking sourdough has 2 stages. The first one is 20 minutes with the lid shut, and then we'll do another 30 minutes without the lid. The temperature is around 225 degrees Celsius. Okay, time to check this beauty. See what we find. Oh, look at that. That raised. Huh? Crazy. We'll leave it there now for 30 minutes. Oh, I forgot to score it. Oh, rookie mistake. But here we go. Look at that. Hey, if you made it this far, please consider subscribing to my channel. We're just started, and subscriptions are really important to tell the algorithm that people actually care about my content. Thank you. Look at that. I'm so happy. This baby is back in business big time. Amazing. Challenge accomplished. Our kitchen is always buzzing on weekends. While the bread was just coming out of the oven, I was already frying up some crumbed calamari, a family favorite. So of course, I had to make a classic Spanish bocadillo sandwich. And oh my god, was it delicious. My wife reckons I went overboard with the fillings. But hey, what do you think? Too much or just right? I swear I'll stop torturing you with more food porn. But it was Mother's Day on Sunday, so I had to give the Dutch oven one more challenge. I pulled out my grandma's 4-hour slow cooked tomato sauce recipe. Rich, rustic, and a proper test for that seasoning. Now the internet says you shouldn't cook acidic food in cast iron. Well, guess what? I do it all the time. And so did people back then, for hundreds of years before the internet started giving out rules. And here's the result. What do you think? This little Dutch oven was on its way to the landfill, but today it's being brought back to life. Seasoned, shining, and full of potential. Cast iron is special. It let us cook without toxins and it lasts forever. It's totally the opposite of throwaway culture that is conquering the world at the moment. But I already have a few of these cast iron pots. So I've made a big decision. I'll return it to my neighbor. Fully restored and ready. And I'll offer help to guide her on how to use it. So this pot can keep doing what it was made for. Feeding families and bringing joy for many years to come. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.